Vegeta, what does the scouter say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean
Yes, Nappa. It's
over?
It's over 8,000!
What Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you waiting for sucky girls to lay eggs. If you up, smash that motherfucking like button. Welcome to Black and Black Times Infinity. I'm your interim host, the oldest ninja in the world, and on my left, your boy Blue.
I saw something I cannot unseen, and I don't want to see it ever again in my life. Please, Jesus Christ.
Oh, damn. Usually that's what happened. And on my far left, choking people out in the ones and twos, and then spinning on the threes and fours. Cronus.
You know what? The coronavirus don't got shit on my Zulu Revenge enhanced immune system.
Damn.
Shaka.
Zulu infused?
Yeah, I went to Africa a couple times, and one time I got real fucking sick.
Damn.
I didn't get sick again for 5 fucking years.
God damn.
Shit. It's a true story.
Damn.
Your immune system's on supernatural level.
I think they gave me some fucking Black Panther shit.
All right.
They never took it away.
You thought I showed up?
Damn.
Get this brother a vaccine.
All right, let's go to our listener of the week. That would be, where's my thing at? There we go. Terry, thank you very much for listening.
Terry Crews?
No, it's
Yeah.
not Terry.
Oh,
Crews.
damn.
Damn.
Terry somebody. I'm not gonna say his last name.
Who's first in the
Why
chat?
does it say we're still offline?
I have no idea.
We're not offline.
I got
This
it.
is quite strange. You got a notification, right?
Yeah, I got a
We're
notification
online?
for it live.
Yeah, I got a notification.
I'm refreshing shit.
Refresh.
Let me see. First in the chat would be my friend Mike from the Core.
Oh, there you go.
We're
Welcome to the
brothers in arms.
Welcome to the Infinity Vault. If you're in the chat.
My fellow devil dog.
All right. Oh, so I guess this is my own personal part. We got some RIPs. First off, I'm gonna pour out some King Cobra for.
I gotta pull it too, huh? Sorry.
Yeah,
We don't have paper today because
we're trying to be efficient, save the environment.
Plus, and my printer doesn't work right now.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah.
Oh, there's some added on here. Okay, sure. First, we're gonna do Katherine Johnson. She's a former she's a mathematician, former mathematician. She's worked for NASA. One of the inspirations for the film, I was gonna say Higher
Tiny
Living.
numbers?
No, you got me fucked up. No, it's the film that came out.
Hidden Figures.
There we go. Hidden
Jesus
Figures.
Christ! I was
There
trying
you
to give you guys fucking time.
Yeah, I couldn't think of it because he fucked me up with that fucking shit. But yeah,
Hidden numbers.
yeah.
Crouching division.
Hidden numbers, crouching dick punch. She was 87, I believe. And then we have, let's see, Kazuya Hashimoto. He was a famous programmer at Konami. He's the one who gave everyone the famous code up, up, down, down, left, right, be a start or select start if you're playing two people. He first implemented this game in Glavius.
You mean code?
Yeah, the code in Glavius, but then it's also in Life Force, because I remember, if you ever played Life Force, it's
Life
basically...
Force is a great game.
Yeah, it's like an old version of R-Type, I guess, like pre-R-Type.
Yeah, but it had like an element where you can like walk around too, so that's what made it a little more interesting.
I don't remember that part.
I'm pretty sure it's the same game.
Yeah, I just remember it was a side-scrolling, like, spaceship game.
It was
instead
like
of a side-scrolling shooter, like Contra. But
it was like 2 games in one.
yeah, but most people remember the code from Contra. This one, I don't know who put this on here. The Jens Nagard Newston?
Yeah, so I put that on there. This is pouring out a little bit of this is for my Batman figurine.
I think it's a different game.
This guy is the guy who created the Lego minifigure set, the little people that come with your Lego set. He's the guy who
really?
created them, so he passed away today either today or yesterday, but yeah, we lost him as well.
So wait, you're talking about he created Lego people?
Yes, the little minifigures.
Dude, that's crazy because Lego's like super popular now because have you been watching the show? The Lego competition,
The
whatever?
Lego Masters?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I've seen pieces of it, but
I feel like part of our childhood has just died in like 1 week.
Yeah,
for
I
real.
mean,
Math died, fucking Legos died.
Yeah.
Goddamn Konami code died.
Yeah, I mean,
like, what the fuck, man?
you think about it, these people were in their like late 20s and 30s back when we were like kids,
Yeah.
middle school, whatnot.
I think they're older than that. Way older than that.
Maybe. Well, I mean, they're in their
Well,
80s now.
The lady from NASA, she was
87.
No, she died at 101.
Cause they're sworn that saw 87. but
Mama,
yeah.
look that back up. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's 101.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, they're all these people that were pioneers getting older, starting to pass away. It's
Yeah.
kinda
Yeah,
all that.
she was 101. I
God
remember
dang.
I remember somebody posted up that she was so good at math that she made sure that when she died, she wasn't like she died at the prime number.
Oh,
yeah.
god dang.
She died in her prime.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
died in the
dang.
prime. It's kind of
Oh, she's a binary number. She's 101.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
Mm.
Damn, this chick just had math figured
Yeah,
out to the fucking end.
She implanted it on us, y'all.
What's kind of cool with the Konami code is that there's so many games that actually uses that up, down, left,
Yeah.
right, left, right.
A lot of them do out of respect because they grew up with that as well, and now they're developers. I guess I didn't know this, but it's in Fortnite. Fortnite has that code available. I don't know what it gives you because I don't play it no more. But
I think on Google they had like an Easter egg where if you go the up, down, BA, something happens.
I know if you type in "do a barrel roll," your shit'll flip.
Oh, it's not
So-
doing anything.
What?
No, I tried it right now and it didn't do anything. The Konami code.
The Konami code. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But RIP to them. So,
Yeah, we have a question already in the Infinity base.
Already?
Infinity Vault. That's what we call it, right?
yeah, we're
And,
going to Infinite Vault.
Warrior Fellow would like to know if any of us watched Wonder Woman Bloodlines on the DC Universe.
No. I did not.
No, but
I
I
didn't even
will.
know that.
I don't know why the DC Universe, and they have terrible marketing.
Yeah.
Like, terrible. Like, there's no marketing for, like, I didn't hear shit about the Deathstroke thing. I didn't hear shit
So,
about this Wonder Woman thing.
The Deathstroke thing is CW, though.
But still, there's no
it's terrible.
advertising for
It's-
it.
No, there is no advertising. There's
not-
nothing.
Yeah, I'm just like the DC in general needs to do a better job of advertising when they have some sort of new animated anything, because their animated stuff is like honestly is better than their live action shit, like by far. So
But it looks like the Wonder Woman Bloodline is a movie that actually looks like it came out in 2019.
oh, it came out last year. Okay, well
Yeah.
still I didn't hear about it. Did you?
No? I knew.
what
I
the
saw
fuck?
like one trailer, and it was a while ago, and I was like, sure.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen this or not.
I haven't seen it. Is that the one where Rosario Dawson's Wonder Woman? I mean, she's been Wonder Woman before.
Yeah, she's
but-
been Wonder before. I
She's
think
my
she's
Wonder
in.
Woman. I'm just saying.
Oh, god dang. But, yeah, haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm looking
Haven't
at some
heard
of
it.
the stills, and yeah, I don't think I've seen this one.
You know what's funny about Rosario Dawson is that she came out as queer. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, that's cool. But like all of a sudden she said that, and like the LGBTQIA plus
Plus people.
people, the alpha people, they're like, oh yeah, she's one of ours. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, motherfuckers, you don't have a chance with her either. Like, what the fuck? Like, she's. I don't understand how like the whole community is just like they're one of us now, when it's just like you don't know anything about them, and they're like she's basically a fucking unicorn. You know what I mean? It's like it's weird. It's like if somebody comes out, I don't know. It's weird to me that people do that.
Was it Rosario Dawson that wants to be
She wants to be Ahsoka.
Ahsoka? Yeah. She
Yeah,
does
which
the
would be
voice for
cool,
her, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
I mean, everyone's saying that she's the right age, but I'm like, well, Ahsoka is an alien, so we really don't know how her species really aged. I mean, we might, but it could be totally different. So,
I just know that in another different universe that me and Rosario Dawson are definitely married.
oh god
Saying,
dang.
I don't even like married. Different universe. This is where Cronus would get married to somebody, and it's me and her. I'm just saying, fuck Cory Booker.
On Earth like 32 or some shit.
Yeah.
Earth 69.
Oh god dang. What else we want? We should talk about now that it's released on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Now that most folks
Hunters.
have watched it, yeah.
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 So, what are your thoughts on Hunters so far?
So
I wasn't ready, man. I wasn't fucking ready.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through. I'm on the. I've watched 4 episodes. I'm about to hit episode 5.
I think I'm on 5 or 6.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
So-
because there's 10 episodes, correct?
Yeah, just 10.
Yeah.
But the first episode's like an hour and a half long.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The
that's
first
like
episode is
basically a fucking
90
movie.
minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
first episode is 90 minutes, easy. But I mean, the other ones are like 50 some odd minutes as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, holy shit. There's a lot that they cram in each episode.
And,
so
like,
I'm just like,
Last
damn.
week, Cronus showed us first 5 minutes of it, and that didn't even prepare me for. It did not prepare me for what else was gonna happen in that episode. Cause holy shit. So if my intro for this podcast basically was talking about this first episode, so there's like a scene with this older lady, and goddamn, I was not prepared for them to go as far as they went with showing this naked old lady.
I didn't warn anybody on purpose. I was just
Yeah,
like, I'm just gonna
holy
wait.
shit.
There was somebody to bring it up.
And if you thought that was bad, there's like a scene inside of a toy store, which is like, god damn, I wasn't ready for that shit either. Like, fuck, man.
Actually, the flashback scenes I wasn't ready for because there's a few of them where I'm just like, oh, this is all bad.
So now you guys see what I'm talking about. Like it's both graphically violent, but then also like the content. When they go to the flashbacks on like when the Jews were in like concentration camps or like getting snatched up by Nazis, it's like it's fucking hard to watch, man.
Dude, even like the first episode, like I've only seen the first episode, so I'm mainly gonna be talking about the first episode. But the chess scene.
Oh yeah, our chess scene was all
that
bad.
part was all fucked up. I'm like, did they really do that? Like, did they actually have fucking people be pieces and they fucking?
So they did a lot of trivial shit and would just off them for nothing.
And there's ones that are even worse. Like the episode I just watched, like you have to like watch this dad watch his kid just get blasted for no reason. It's just like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a lot of just crazy like for super trivial shit, like even like singing a song like out of key and stuff just ended, just boom, brains just everywhere, and like I think some of it's been done in other movies as well, but where they have like a Jewish prisoner kill the other prisoner, or else they get killed or whatnot, or they do some weird thing like I'm gonna keep killing your comrades until you do this one particular task, and you have to do it right to my liking.
Yeah, they dehumanized an entire group of people, millions of people, and killed them and did experiments on them and just tortured them. It's just like, dude, it's real fucked up, and like a lot of this stuff is a lot of stuff is based upon like real shit. Like when they talk about Operation Paperclip, that's a real thing that really happened, and that's the reason why NASA advanced so quickly in a short time frame, is because we gave asylum to German scientists and then put them in NASA. And there's more than just German scientists.
Yeah, it was just more because Albert Einstein, famous scientist, he's not German. He was, I believe, Austrian or Polish.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Nazi. Like we sought out Nazis.
Yeah, we tried to convinced them to come to our side so we could win the war, and so we extradited a bunch of them and brought them to the States and had them work in labs, whatnot.
Well, it was more than just. It was mostly to get the knowledge and then also to remove the knowledge from Russia, and other like communist nations.
Yeah, it's interesting because I mean this focuses solely on the Nazis. There's no talk of Russia and whatnot in the Cold War because this is in the 70s. This takes place in 77.
They talk about Russia briefly, but
yeah. Well, so far that I've seen, they haven't made any mentions of Russia. It's all been basically their dossier of former German SS.
Yeah, well, it's just Nazis in general. Like, it's interesting to me because, like, the story that they're telling is, like, entirely plausible.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, it's based upon, like, true shit. And it's just like, dude, could you imagine, like, if you saw somebody, like tortured your people, like, living in the same country that you sought asylum to?
Living lavishly.
Yeah.
Because there's some of them that have made a very fine living.
All of them did, basically.
Well, so far, I mean, they're the first guy. I guess he's in politics, but he has like a typical like house, house white picket fence. He
had a nice house, bro.
He did have a decent house.
Shit was big.
But like one of the guys is a record producer. Like he has pictures of himself. Did you catch the one where he's with David Bowie and he's shaking hands with like? There's a picture of him with the Beatles. There's a picture of him with like Elton John, like a bunch of famous musicians, and like this dude's got like this lavish house, and he's got like a recording studio in his house. He's got like a mansion and shit.
Yeah, how about the first guy, right? The barbecue.
No,
the first guy's not a record producer. He's a politician.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, it's like the third guy.
Yeah,
He's in the second episode, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, but shit like that is just like crazy. I mean, but Al Pacino, his character, he's got money, but he's using that money to finance this like group to hunt them down.
Yeah, and like there's like a scene. I don't want to like ruin the whole story for you. But there's like a scene where like you see what happened to like the Jewish wealth that was stolen.
Oh
And,
yeah.
I was just like, that'd be so fucking
So
heartbreaking.
that is also based on true events.
Yeah.
How they found like treasures from all the stuff that they ransacked from Poland, from France, and like Austria. How they just hoarded it up and just took it from people. Like literally just raided, took their possessions, and then now it became priceless. But these belong to people that they just ransacked.
Yeah.
It was just all bad. All bad. So, I mean, there's some very... And the main character, most people will probably remember him as Percy Jackson. When he sees this stuff, each of these times that he's confronted with the actions of the Nazis, it affects him very, very, like, profoundly.
Yeah.
But when he sees them on first surface value, he's thinking that these people can't be that bad. How do you know that that they did this? Are we sure about what we're doing? And then like they try to fuck him up. They try to kill him. They try to like
torture him.
Yeah, they try to do something to him, and he's like he gives them the benefit of the doubt, and it doesn't work out for him so far.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the main character?
Yeah, Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just all bad.
Well, the reason why I think the show actually doesn't have like the best ratings right now, which is kind of weird to me. But one of the reasons why I really like it is because there's like a lot of parallels you can take kind of with The Boys. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, it's not as over the top as The Boys.
Yeah.
But there's like some similarities, like a few. Not totally similar, but there are a few similarities. But one of the things that I like how they differentiate from The Boys is that they make the main character like way more human. Like in The Boys, like when shit happened to to Huey, and his girlfriend died, he was just like, fuck everybody. I'm like, I'm on board to kill whoever.
Yeah.
But in this one, like, the first time he sees like what they do to a Nazi, and he's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Can't fucking stomach it.
Yeah, he was just like, he's like, I don't know if I'm on board with this bullshit. Like, I can't, watch somebody getting tortured and killed and blah blah blah, and like to see him like to actually write a better story around like how you could basically convince somebody that these are like really bad people. Like most people, when they see like extreme violence, they tend to shy away from it. Like most people that see extreme violence, they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, let's go do it, because it's if you're not used to it, it's jarring. Like you're not supposed to like, I guess,
it's not
live in that realm.
It's not something you see every day. And this, for him, he's a kid who's like, what, 8? He's 19. He's 19. He's enjoying the summer of 77, like on Coney Island with his friends, talking about comics. He's a big nerd. And all of a sudden, his grandmother is basically murdered in front of him. And then he loses other people along the way. And it's like, he says all this stuff like he wants to be on board. He wants to get payback. He wants to do it. But when he's confronted with it, reality sets in. And he's just like, now I'm not so sure. Like, because when he becomes accosted, he's just like, he's fighting for his life. But then he's not sure if he can really be the one that's like a hunter. He doesn't feel like he can be like on the forefront, on the cusp. But he also has an amazing like ability to solve puzzles. He sees puzzles and problem solving in a different way. He can recognize patterns and whatnot. So it's like he does have a really good skill that can help them, because they call him the code breaker. But can he pull the trigger when it comes time? That's the question that they're asking so far in the show. From where I'm at, I don't know anyone that's finished it yet, but
Not yet, but I'll probably finish it sometime next week.
I'll probably finish it in the next couple days. It's just, I mean, because there's more shows coming. We'll talk about later.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, so far it's been crazy. Oh, also, there's a middle person. We have the FBI agent who's like dealing with social oddities as well as tracking the Nazis in this group.
Well, because she's gay and African American
In the 70s.
In the 70s.
Yeah.
So, working in the FBI. So
Yeah. So it's like she's dealing with a lot of like weird stuff. I mean, it's pretty interesting. I love the fact that they took a lot of attention to detail for the 70s, because it literally feels like the 70s. They say stuff in the show that nobody says anymore. Like, they say a racial slur. I was just like, wait a minute. I haven't heard this since, like, in the 80s. Like, no one talks like this anymore. But I think they got this down. Kudos to them for doing their research or whatnot.
Well, even like the Jewish racial slurs, like you never hear those anymore.
Oh yeah,
I was like, whoa.
The last time I heard that, the words that they were saying was in like American History X.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, like what the hell?
But it's like when they said it, I was like, that's still like crazy offensive. Like
yeah, it is.
I forgot that word existed.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but they still use it. I mean, so far they haven't said the N word. But
that's kind of surprising, actually.
So far, yeah, I'm just like, I'm surprised nobody said it.
I mean, it's 70s, so it's a little, less racist.
I guess.
But
yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, there's a bit of blaxploitation, even though the main cast is
I love
Jewish.
That part. Yeah.
But still, I mean, it still has that feel.
Yeah, like I love like when they have like the blaxploitation feel in the show, like it's really cool. Like when they do like the whole background, like quick background of everybody, and like that's totally blaxploitation.
Yep.
And then there's other parts too, and there's actually like a Bollywood part where they start dancing when the guy gets high.
Yeah, that shit was
like,
hella funny.
Yeah, it was totally random.
Yeah, it was random, but then it ends on a very fucked up note.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far
it's fucking great.
So you've only seen one episode, Blue?
I've only seen one episode. I'm watching it with the Sweetness, and she's hell into it too. Like we were, what were you doing? We were drunk watching it.
Oh man!
And it was probably like a bad idea to watch it drunk because holy shit, I wasn't ready, man. I was not fucking ready.
Yeah, there's some stuff that's like, there's two hotel scenes that I wasn't ready for, and I was like, what the fuck? Both of these are a bit jarring.
What hotel scenes are you talking about? Because I don't remember ever being in a hotel.
So the hotel scene is the NASA scientist, or is that her apartment? I'm pretty sure it was a hotel.
I thought it was a hotel.
Yeah, I thought it was a hotel.
It could be an apartment too. I mean,
it could be converted.
I thought she lived there.
No, I think she lived there, but it was a hotel because I remember the FBI chick saying like, "Who comes to a hotel and like purposely for to gas somebody?" So
yeah, they do. They do make mention of that. The other hotel scene is there's a scene with a senator and a bellhop, and it's where you meet the big bad of the show. And they walk in, and I was like, I wasn't prepared. I was just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
and
that guy doesn't fuck around.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, this is all fucked up. So those scenes I wasn't ready for because they're very jarring. They just throw it in your face, and I'm just like, oh shit, wasn't ready. So yeah, so we're liking Hunter so far.
Yes. Right now, well, on IMDb, it has a 7.1 out of 10 rating, but Rotten Tomatoes at 6.8 or 68%.
68?
Yeah, I don't know what people are fucking tripping.
Yeah, I mean, I get that it's hard to watch, and maybe that's like the main criticism is that it's so graphic
and in your face.
Yeah, and I think it's people they just don't want to they want to forget about shit like that, but I think it's important that you don't forget about, even though this is like fictitious, but like when it comes to like the Holocaust and shit like that, like that really happened, and I understand that it's difficult to swallow, but it's real. So yeah. And those are the hardest parts for me. Like the violence, I don't really care about, but it's like watching what happened to Jewish people. It's like, man, that is really fucked up.
Yeah, because it's super petty, but then people lost their lives over like the dumbest things that no one should be killed over.
I mean, they just treat them like animals.
Yeah, they're cattle.
These are people.
And I hate watching movies like that, like slavery movies and like shows like this. I don't like watching it because it has like an not emotional effect, but like it.
You get angry.
It makes you get angry. It's like, fuck, man. I need to get a time machine and go back and fuck some shit up, but I probably won't be able to fuck some shit up because I'll probably be shackled and shit.
I mean,
where you going, Negro?
Meanwhile, in North Carolina, I think it was North Carolina. Like last year, we had Nazi fucking rallies.
Oh yeah,
here in America, hand in hand with fucking people in tiki torches with the KKK. I'm like, what the fuck do Nazis have to do with the KKK? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how any so-called white nationalist here in America could possibly side with any sort of Nazi. And don't get me wrong, it's like you're probably like, they're both racist, but it's like, listen, if you're really an American white nationalist, you should recognize that Nazis killed hundreds of thousands of Americans. Like, how the fuck are you on the same page now?
Yeah.
I mean, we went to war with them in Europe.
Yeah.
Our allies was Europe and some of the bunch of other countries, and we went there to repel the Nazi regime.
Yeah, but now they're all on board. It's like they're so fucking dumb. They don't even like do their research to who they're like in bed with, and it's also they're dumb because they don't even realize how to be properly racist. Like they don't even know like the differences between like different ethnicities and shit like that. They're dumb in general. So I guess I shouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're in bed with people that killed literally their fucking forefathers, you know what I mean, is incredibly fucking insane to me at this day and age. It just shows how well people have like covered up history, you know, through saying like, oh, there was no Holocaust. Like stupid shit like that is the reason why you have Nazis in America, and like normalizing that there was no Holocaust, even though people are still alive right now. There's very few of them right now, but people are still alive right now that lived through it. And for you to say that didn't exist when they had literally fucking tattoos on their arm, like what the fuck are you talking about?
All bad.
You think they all just like you think that a mass group of Jewish people just decided to tattoo themselves with a shitty tattoo on their arm with numbers?
Yeah.
Like, why would they do that?
That's kind of, it makes me think of was it like some Asian guy who said that like black people should get over like slavery and stuff like that?
Yeah,
but they don't understand that was like less than 100 years ago. Like,
well, it's more than 100 years ago, but yeah, it wasn't that long
or
ago.
I guess like,
civil rights was less than,
yeah,
was
100
less
years
than,
ago. Yeah.
that was a little more than what, 60 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, there's people still alive right now that went through segregation. They're still alive, and so, you know, when people talk about like reparations, I'm generally against it. However, if you're of a certain age and that shit really affected you, I'm all for it. Like if you went through segregation where you had to like get bused into schools, you had to use different fucking water fountains, shit like that.
Dog sicked on you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, with what happened with the Jews in Germany, you realize that they got reparations, right? It wasn't a lot of money, but they got money from the German government because of what happened to them. And so I think that people that went through that in America, African Americans right now that are going through that, should get some sort of compensation for what they had to go through. But I think people of my generation should not, because I mean, we go through some bullshit too, but it's nowhere near as like as difficult as what our parents and our grandparents went through.
Yeah.
I think people really need to recognize that. And if they want to talk about reparations for African Americans, we also need to talk about Native Americans here in America that are still going through a lot of bullshit. And I think that most people just kind of ignore it. Like with Elizabeth Warren, like when she was claiming that she was Native American and shit like that. And this is the reason why I was saying like she's unelectable to me. And I found like there was a letter from like the Cherokee Nation that was just like, they were basically breaking down like, we don't want apologies, we want you to fix like what you did, and like really understand when you say that you're Native American, there are people that are Caucasian in America right now that have taken more than $800 million from actual Native Americans by claiming that they're just Native American. They have like no right to that money.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they use that money for college and whatnot.
Yeah, and it's fucking, and there are benefits that should be going to actual Native Americans and not Caucasians that think because they heard from their parents that they're Native American.
Have you ever been to a powwow?
Yes, I have.
God,
Yeah.
I would say it's probably like about maybe about 70% white people.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's like,
come
I
on,
mean, I understand like enjoying like the culture,
Yeah.
but don't claim that you're Native American, especially when like your forefathers have not gone through the same sort of hardships that actual Native Americans have, and they still do to this day, living on reservations on a land that all this used to be theirs. You know what I mean? And it got taken from them, and they got put on these really shitty pieces of land. And I know this because I've worked for like the Navajo Nation a couple times when I was a contractor. Like I went there and I went to go work for them. And it's like they put them in these places that they're not they're not nice places.
Yeah, like
Like in the middle of fucking nowhere.
they're basically like desert land, and like there's no way for them to like even grow like anything there.
It's like
What I've seen.
Yeah, make that shit right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't want to go too much on a tangent.
All right.
So let's go with something else.
So, what else we got on the docket? Oh,
I don't know, but have y'all guys seen Anita's Instagram account?
not
Holy
recently.
shit.
Wait, her calendar, you said, or
No,
her
her
account?
her Instagram.
Oh,
Holy shit.
every now and then.
Because Carnival was this week or something
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
so Fat Tuesday was yesterday.
Yeah, so she dressed up as a frog with acid chaps on. it was
Assless
great.
chaps.
Yeah, she kind of made me think of the frog girl from My Hero Academia, except Latin and sexy with a big ass booty.
Damn.
But yeah, if you don't know Anita, go look her up on Instagram. You be doing yourself a favor. All right, now where you want to go, Anita?
I see what you're talking about now. Asshole out.
Mm-hmm.
Titties all out. She went on stage like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see what you're working with.
Dressed as a fucking frog.
Let's see.
Ribbit.
Y'all want to talk about I guess so. Y'all see that more companies aren't showing up to PAX? That's kind of interesting.
Well, it's because of the so PS5. It's kind of going to segue into the coronavirus, right? Because Sony is going to not show up to the. Oh, he's talking about PAX. I'm talking
I'm PAX,
about
not
GDC.
GDC.
I'm sorry.
I'm talking about, which is weird, but
Yeah.
still. No, PAX East. I guess CD Projekt Red was going to show off Cyberpunk 2077, but then they canceled. And I guess PUBG was going to have their developers are going to be there with some new stuff. They pulled out.
But I thought PAX East was going to be canceled because of the coronavirus.
Well, I saw there was talk about PAX East being canceled, but for now it's still on. I haven't seen it being canceled as of yet, but it's still strange to me.
Well, this goes back to what I said like a couple podcasts ago, is that this new generation of consoles is like they're fucking up, right? So they've announced 2 consoles, right? We have the Xbox Series X and the PS5. The Xbox Series X at least has a look of like what the hardware looks like, but there's been like literally no games announced that are exclusive that I know of. Oh, Ninja, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
What?
There's no exclusive games announced for the Xbox Series X.
The only game that I saw that they announced was Halo Infinite.
Okay, so that's one.
Yeah, that's the only one so far.
Okay, that's definitely not great. The PS5 has some, however, we haven't had any looks at the hardware yet, which is extremely odd because it comes out this fucking year.
Yeah, we don't know what it looks like officially. We've only seen concept stuff.
Yeah, so I think this is like a really odd time. This never happened before with console generations. Usually we get a good look at the hardware, the games, like at least a year in advance. It's usually like 2 years in advance. And
Because you'd be drooling over it for years and trying to save up money to be able to purchase it.
yeah, and I know that CD Projekt Red is, I thank God we're adults that have careers, because I can definitely afford new consoles, but I know CD Projekt Red, they've been doing a few things that are definitely delaying their process, like making on the Xbox, if you buy Cyberpunk 2077, you get a free upgrade to the Xbox Series X version.
Same thing with Halo Infinite.
Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah, but that's extra shit that they have to do. Like, they could have just like released the game and like had a patch that did that. You
Yeah,
know what
I mean, they did it with the Battlefield 4. If you bought it on the Xbox 360, you can get it on the Xbox One. However, EA wanted money, so they were charging people $10 to transfer your account.
Goddamn
So I was
EA.
like, what the fuck? Other games were doing it for free. Like, so I bought Destiny on the 360, and I was able to transfer everything to my Xbox One for nothing. So I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, I don't know why CD Projekt Red needed to do that, because they had time. They have time to release the game and then just patch it afterwards to like have the forward compatibility thing. Like that, to me, that was like really really weird. Yeah, just do it later. But yeah, all this stuff is getting delayed because this new generation is like super iffy. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't understand why they're being so like cloak and dagger with this shit.
No idea. I mean, especially Sony. Sony's pulling out of all these events. They're not showing us anything really. We've seen specs for the Xbox Series X this week, but nothing from Sony's side. We don't even know what it looks like. We know what I guess a dev kit looks like.
Well, I mean, at least we know they're gonna have games, but at the same time, it's just like
On what? On like?
on the PS5. No, I mean, there's,
No, but I mean, I'm saying on what? Because they haven't showed us anything. Is it going to be like they're going to move everything to the cloud or something? Pull some shit and be like Stadia?
Well, no, I mean, we know it's gonna be like this,
Yeah,
but
no.
it's just like it's weird that from both sides we have like these really negative like things that stand out heavily.
So I won't be surprised if the PS5 gets pushed back.
I feel like
would
this
not
whole-
be
It
surprised
should be.
at all.
I feel like all of this is like when you get not a mail order bride, but when you get what did they do when they set you up with a bride before you even see them, or whatever?
Catfish?
Not catfish.
No. It's
Arranged marriage.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's like an arranged marriage where we're waiting for something big to fucking happen. They won't reveal anything to us, but hopefully it's something big. But we're gonna end up being very disappointed.
Maybe.
yeah.
I hope not, but fuck.
I mean, honestly, if they push them both back, I said it before and I'll say it again. I feel like this generation of consoles is kind of like short-lived.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like that to me. Maybe because it's not because I'm getting older. Because everything's actually maybe it is because everything's speeding up. But it feels like it's been like a short generation.
Yeah, I feel like there should have been like way more. I think what a lot of people were hoping for was a lot of like, not remakes, but like updated versions of previous games that would have benefited from the hardware of this current generation. Like, everyone's saying that there should have been a Twisted Metal. There should have been like a revamped version of Mass Effect. The Mass Effect we got, a lot of people didn't get a chance to play on the previous systems. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need. Well, I mean, definitely like they need to remake Mass Effect 1 with like the updated controls of like 3.
Yeah, by far.
Jesus Christ, because like getting through this Mass Effect it's an amazing series, but 1,
The controls
holy
are
shit,
the controls are rough.
dog shit, the terrible controls.
Yeah, they're rough even for them, even back then. But I mean, they did a massive overhaul with Part 2, and then Part 3 just refined it even more. And they threw in multiplayer, which actually worked out well. A lot of people were super skeptical, but it became one of the most popular aspects of the Mass Effect series. But there's still like a lot of games that like people feel like should have had like an updated version. Like Duke Nukem could have been redid on the current. They could have rebooted him, and they didn't. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a bunch of series. I mean, I get it. A lot of people want to make new IPs and whatnot. I mean, this current generation has very few Star Wars games. Very, very few. And there's a lot of potential for hopefully really good ones in the future.
Well,
we
very,
hope.
very few, especially given the fact that we've had 3 new Star Wars movies
And we've had 3 games.
in this generation. Yeah,
Or
or 2 at least.
there's
3.
there's 3.
This
If
generation,
you don't
yeah.
count the Lego games.
So I'm taking a look
I
to
don't-
see what the PlayStation 3 lifespan was. It had a good 9 years, or
Is it-
sorry, 11 years on it
Still.
before it was.
And so where are we at?
ended.
We're at like what?
We're
8
already
years?
we're almost 7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's super
it's
short.
Yeah,
Shorter than the previous
So yeah,
one.
they still got another 3-4 years left before they
They
can.
should. I mean, with the games being longer now, with
Larger fucking hard drive spaces.
yeah,
before.
larger hard drive spaces, larger like more computing power. I mean, we're getting games like Skyrim and even Mass Effect. Games like, or not Mass Effect, Monster Hunter. Games like Borderlands and The Witcher, stuff like that. Like Witcher could have been. They could have did an updated version, but granted, CD Projekt Red gave us, or they're giving us, Cyberpunk. So I get it. It's a huge game, super ambitious, but we'll see.
They're an $8 billion company now.
Now, yeah, all because of the TV series.
No, it's not more than just that.
Well, they were saying the TV series
Definitely
boosted.
helped, yeah.
Oh yeah, they're saying that the sales from the Witcher series jumped over 500%
Oh wow, all right.
since the release of the TV show.
I believe that.
So I'm just like, wow, congratulations to them. Now give me Cyberpunk, make it right. That's all I care
According to your
about.
Witcher.
Yeah, so keeping on the gaming news / fucking coronavirus news. So Sony is pulling out of GDC because of the coronavirus. And I'm just like, dude, this is so insane. Like this coronavirus thing has been like the most insane thing to me to like hear people like getting like so up in arms about. It's like it's taking over entire news cycles about this coronavirus scare. And last I checked, there's been 81,000 people that have been infected with the coronavirus, and 2,700 people have died. A little over that right now. And I'm just like, that's not that many people. And it's mostly like people with either compromised immune systems, old people, or the
Very
really
young.
young. I'm just like, okay, that's seems like par for the course for like any sort of like sickness. But for some reason, like this thing has been like just blown up. Like even by the numbers, like it's not that many people. You know,
Yet.
that's why I say, it could not blow up into anything. Like, it's not killing. To me, it's the mortality rate isn't that fucking high.
So
Like, it's just not.
So you know what this reminds me of? Remember when the SARS outbreak was all over the world?
SARS, bird flu, swine flu.
No, bird flu.
killer
bird,
bees.
bird flu was way less than the SARS and coronavirus combined. I remember people were freaking out about bird flu. They even made a movie about it.
Now's virus.
Yeah, but when SARS is around, like, everyone's like, oh, this has become a pandemic. I was like, wait, what? And there's like, when you looked at the numbers, it wasn't even that many people
It's
that
so
were
low.
affected.
Like,
I mean,
listen.
the flu was still killing more people.
People don't understand. It's like in America, in just America, the American flu hospitalizes. It's like up to like 19 million people just this season of the flu. That's not even over yet. 19 million people are going to be hospitalized or at least diagnosed with just the flu. It's predicted between 14,000 and like I think it's like 49,000 people are gonna die from the flu, and these are acceptable numbers from the normal fucking flu in America, just in America, not worldwide. And this is like it's a normal thing that happens every year that we all just accept. And all of a sudden, some new virus comes around, and they're just like, "Oh, well, it's from China. It's so scary." I'm just like, this is some serious fear of the yellow man shit to me. I'm just like, I understand that, yeah, getting sick sucks, but it's like most people that are getting sick from this virus live.
You know that Crunchyroll actually posted up today that the Anime Japan 2020 was canceled because of the coronavirus.
They're talking about canceling the
concerns.
fucking Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yep.
a big
I'm like,
one.
dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And the last time the Olympics was canceled was during World War II.
Yeah, it's any world war.
Yeah, usually, I mean, there's been times where it's been still going on during the war.
but nobody
like,
goes.
yeah.
yeah.
So, but still, it's all bad.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me. Like, don't believe the hype about to me. I mean, this is me saying it.
Well, I know,
About
like,
the coronavirus. It's
the
just-
mayor of San Francisco today have said that San Francisco is in a
We're in
state
crisis.
of mercy or something like that.
And like literally nobody in San Francisco.
Yeah,
has the fucking
nobody in San
virus.
Francisco is
So
affected.
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't-
you know what's a crisis? Is it fucking hobos and shit on the streets and fucking people shooting up on the streets and needles and shit. That's your fucking crisis. London breed. Fix that shit.
Gosh, he's such a horrible mayor.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here with that
He
nonsense.
hasn't done anything like productive for the city of San
No, I
Francisco.
mean, they got Prop 47 fucking passed where if you rob somebody and it's less than $950,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
no longer a felony. It's just a misdemeanor. It's basically a fucking citation. And
Slap on the goddamn wrist.
it's insane what they're doing to that.
Like, oh, I stole $500 from this person, but I gotta pay a fine of $50. Okay,
yeah, you're good.
yeah.
And you have no recourse.
Let's rob somebody else for the rest.
Yeah, it's
Fucking dumb.
Just sorry, local politics.
For anybody who's not in the Bay Area, this is what's going on in San Francisco right now.
Yeah, so when you hear like President Trump and all the Republicans talk about how San Francisco's so bad, first of all, it's not that bad, but it's pretty fucking bad. It's pretty bad. There's like places where you go to where it's just like, dude, what the fuck? Like you see crazy people walking around fucking with their pants down. Like I was during SF Beer Week, there was like some guy at a bus stop that was just jacking off. And I was just like, what the fuck you doing, man?
Yeah, what are you
Hey,
doing,
man,
bro?
hey, sometimes
Bruh.
you
Yeah,
gotta you gotta bust
I'm
that
gonna
nut,
just
man.
Fucking keep moving. Just keep moving. You know, and you see like needles on the street. You do see fucking human shit on the streets now.
Mhm.
And I've seen it degrade over the past, 9 years. Just like it's just getting worse. But it's weird because it's getting worse, but other parts are getting better. There's just like there's parts in the city where it's acceptable for people for like hobos to just live and just take it over.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago we were up in the city and like we're over in by Union Square, walking around and like just walking down the street. You can see like probably like 18 different homeless people sitting there shooting up and
Yeah.
human feces here and there. It's fucking sad. I know we kind of touch on it. Like I feel like every other week we bring up fucking San Francisco,
Well, I just
but it's
want,
fucking crazy.
well, I want them to fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want somebody to fix the city in a meaningful way and not just somebody. You know what's funny? Because I just voted today. I sent in my ballot.
there you go.
I voted Andrew Yang, by the way, in the primaries because I don't give a fuck even though he dropped out. But I was voting on like the congressional seats, and one of them was like there was only like one Republican and like one Independent that was on the whole ballot. And I was just like, I was gonna vote for Eric Swalwell, who was a former presidential candidate, But then there's like this one like former teacher, like Republican lady, and she was against Prop 47, and that was the one that was for like the stupid ass
the misdemeanor
thing. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, you got my vote. Fuck it. Like, I hope you're for gay marriage and all these other things, but it's like we need to like. I feel like California in general, just they need a Republican for like 2 terms, and then go back to like the normal liberal nonsense. But I think we've gone so far to the fucking left that people are like going insane about these certain issues like homeless crisis. Like I'm for decriminalizing like drug use, but I definitely don't want to see you shooting up drugs on public transportation in the streets. Same way I don't want to see you smoking weed on the streets. Or, you know, if you want to be high, it's like, listen, there's a way to like to be inebriated on any kind of drug and be functional.
Well,
but if you're so fucking far gone that you can't walk, you can't talk, you're going fucking crazy, like there has to be a line that needs to be drawn there.
Yeah, like, but I was gonna say in San Francisco, there's places you can go to smoke, like socially, like especially Haight-Ashbury. Like that's a whole like historical spot from the '60s where you can go and go and smoke, go inside, go to a hookah lounge or whatever. You can eat. There's like places that make pretty much everything out of cannabis, like from food all the way to like candle wax.
So I understand from the cannabis perspective those things. I mean, because this is the problem, all right, that nobody really wants to talk about, people don't understand in politics, is that when someone is high on cannabis, they're probably just going to fucking chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to flail around. They're not going to go fucking crazy for the most part. It does happen, but it's pretty fucking rare. And it's also, like, when they do it, it's not really a fucking health hazard to people. Like, if you smoke a joint and you throw it away, or you smoke the whole thing, or you take an edible, like, you're not leaving, like, a toxic fucking sharp metal material on the floor afterwards. You know what I mean?
Or even glass, like,
it's
got
like
your crack pipe.
Yeah, seriously, like you see, like, all these fucking needles and crack pipes and shit in the city, and it's just like it's acceptable, and it's like I don't think that should be acceptable.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, same thing. I mean, like, even if you want to get high with like cannabis, like I think you should be able to get high, definitely, but do it in a fucking private setting. You know what I mean? It's same thing with like drinking. Like, I don't want to see a bunch of drunk ass people walking the streets like every day. Like, you definitely, if you want drink, if you want to drink, but don't get sloppy ass fucking drunk and walk everywhere and like bump into people and like cause a scene and shit. Like, fucking handle your life like a goddamn adult. Like, when I do the SF Brew Week, I get pretty fucked up, but I'm not so fucked up that I'm causing an issue with other people. Like, I drink and I take my ass home. You know what I mean? I take Uber and BART, and I take my ass home. But people in San Francisco, they can sit there and basically, at the equivalent of drinking like a fucking gallon of vodka on the street and just doing whatever the fuck they want to do, shitting everywhere, pissing everywhere, and that's acceptable.
Yeah. That
all bad.
They definitely need to change their shit in San Francisco. Literally change their shit. But kind of jumping back to the coronavirus. I know, Cronus, you had said this in the chat about how, like, the news is all about the coronavirus, but what happened with vaping?
Yeah,
because the vaping epidemic somehow disappeared.
It disappeared entirely. Like, nobody gives a shit about it.
Yeah,
anymore.
well, the crazy thing with the vaping epidemic was that, like, what 11, maybe 20 people probably died from it.
And they were blaming it on cannabis in general from like cannabis stores, but it ended up being that it was like
the vitamin E or some shit, right?
Well, no, it was people that were like making it on their own. I think it was from vitamin E.
Yeah.
And then that's when they just like covered it up. Fuck it, we'll go on the next one. Coronavirus, here we go.
Yeah, because I've been doing CBD, THC, and nothing. I mean, there's one time I got sick, but I probably was getting a cold anyway. But that's fucking it.
You definitely didn't collapse your lungs, right?
No, it did not.
So
I felt like my lungs were collapsing, but I did take a big ass fucking hit.
Damn. Well, it's just like, I mean, if you're buying, if you're in California, you're buying like, I guess like underground cannabis products.
Yeah.
Like, especially when it comes to like vaping, like you're taking something that was like distilled into like a liquid and ingesting it through your lungs. You know, like inhaling it through your lungs. Sorry. To me, that's like kind of like if you're smoking like the plant, like you can see like if the plant looks weird, you can tell.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't tell if like a liquid looks weird.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So definitely don't like take it from like some super shady source. Like most cannabis places, they test their fucking e-liquids. You know?
I think they're required to by law, I believe.
Yeah, probably are. I mean, this is one of the things where regulation is kind of good because you can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Instead of getting your shit laced by fucking PCP or some shit.
But yeah, they were trying to do the scare thing when it first came out that people were having like these respiratory issues that, oh, it's, you know, all vaping things. But it's like, no, it can't be all.
Yeah.
It can't because most people be like fucked up.
And then I guess even Trump got into this about banning like flavor like vaping thing. It's like, you know, fucking adults like flavor stuff too.
So I think New York banned flavor.
San Francisco did too.
Did they? Yeah.
I believe they did.
I think I don't know if it's the state or the city of New York.
It's because they're fucking morons. Like when it comes to like banning flavored stuff, it seems to only come from like tobacco and cannabis. But it's like, listen, at the same time, I can buy sugary green apple flavored fucking alcohol, and nobody talks about banning that shit at all. And is that marketed towards kids? No. None of this stuff is really marketed towards kids. I have never seen a single cannabis, tobacco, or alcohol commercial that is targeted towards children.
Yeah, that's
not a single fucking one.
That shit's been banned for a while.
Yeah, like because it is literally illegal.
Yeah,
and for the fact that these people keep trying to say that because of these certain flavors, it's targeted towards children. It's like, do you not understand that adults eat candy too? I don't eat candy anymore, but people do, and I understand the appeal. And people also like the way certain things taste. And to say that it's only for children is fucking asinine.
Yeah. But what's interesting is, like, I don't see fucking commercials for, like, vaping, like, Juuls and stuff like that. Like, everything's,
it's illegal.
Yeah, everything's, like, either in the papers or you see it when you're at the fucking, at 7-Eleven or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, I know kids do get their hands on vape pens. Like, you can fucking buy it on goddamn Amazon.
Kids get their hands on Tide Pods. They're fucking down in that shit. What, a year or two ago? They're all, let's go have Tide Pods. It's like, what the hell are you guys doing?
Yeah, it's that nanny state bullshit. Like, you can't control everything. People have control, especially when you become an adult.
All right.
They have control of their lives.
So let's move on here. Blue.
Are you going to talk about clapping cheeks?
Not quite.
All right.
We got to talk about something near and dear to your heart.
Oh, yes, please.
The Batsuit. As shown as a screen test by Matt Reeves, the current director of The Batman. Internet went all crazy. You could see the suit, even though, like, when the suit was revealed a few days later, there were shots of, I guess, a stuntman.
Yeah, stuntman
on the Batcycle with this new suit. What are your thoughts on this?
So when the first like leaked video footage that came out showing off the Batman suit, it was maybe 10 seconds long, and it was the first videos I saw were fucking grainy as fuck, so it was really hard to see it. I mean, at first I thought the emblem looked kind of cool, but it was missing the traditional like bat ears in the symbol, but it still looked pretty dope. It reminds me of it was a cross between the Arkham game Batman suit, the Batman Year One suit, and fucking something else. But I thought it looked decent. It wasn't like mind-blowing cool looking. But then once the images were leaked of the stuntman wearing an outfit, and I guess there was like a scene where they're at a graveyard or something like that, and they showed him in the suit. It looked fucking bad. It looked horrible. Like, it looked cheap. It looked really badly made. It looked like somebody probably made it in their like fucking basement. Yeah, that's it right there.
And there's a lot of people point out there's no cape.
Yeah, there's no cape. The cowl looks really bad. It looks like it's like not even fitted correctly or something like that.
I heard rumors that it's Batman Year One that we all saw. Like
I heard
that first image, and the second one because this is a stunt double.
Yeah.
But it's with the Year One thing.
Yeah, I heard it's
super early on.
I heard it's Batman Year 2, like his second year into this. What are your thoughts on like apparently his bat symbol on his chest is supposed to be pieces of the gun that killed his parents? You heard about that?
I didn't hear about
that's
that.
what I heard too. Yeah, and you can see it right here.
Yeah,
actually.
you can kind of see like
totally see it.
Yeah, you can totally see it.
So
yeah, there's rumors that that what's in his chest is supposed to be.
So people can see it on the chat.
in the
room.
chat. Oh,
There
there
you
you go.
You remember how
Live.
in I think it was Batman. What was the second one? Dark Knight Rising. Was it Dark Knight
Oh, the
Rising?
Dark Knight. No, the
The
Dark. So the
It's the one with
second.
the Joker.
So the first one is Batman Begins.
Yeah.
Second one's the Dark Knight.
Yeah. So in Dark
No.
Knight, the scene where the guys are trying to help out Batman, and Batman's like, "I'm not the one wearing hockey pads."
Oh,
That's kind of the
hockey pads,
impression
yeah.
I got for this. It looks like he's wearing like hockey pads,
Oh, the
like the shoulder pads and the chest plate looks kind of cool, but like I don't know what's going on with his the gauntlets on his arm. But,
yeah, that looks like.
but people are saying that they might be arrows that he's gonna have. Like,
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
but then like there was more images that were released, and I was like, okay, this actually looks pretty nice. I think
So-
it's just the image that they show doesn't look too great on camera.
So I guess there's been some statements from people that are on the film saying that the suit will go through a transition during the movie. Like he's gonna have a few suits.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I guess, but I mean, I wasn't really impressed with the Bat Cycle, but from what I understand, people are saying like there's influences from the Batman Year Zero comic,
Yeah.
where he's just trying on a few suits and he takes damage, so he has to upgrade his suit to like make changes or whatnot. So
Yeah, they were saying that the stuntman, if you look at his face, he's got like little black dots on there. I guess that's where, like, for them to computer generate Patterson's face on it. Yeah.
yeah.
But I
he
guess
can't ride no bike. The hell?
Well, no, because I think it's a stunt scene where he's chasing after. Apparently, he's chasing after Catwoman. So
Oh, okay.
the other person on the motorcycle is Catwoman, and he like skids in front of her to like slow her down. I guess he gets thrown from his bike or some shit. But
Okay. I get that.
But I think the bike cycle looks pretty cool. It's
That's
not.
alright.
It makes me think of Daryl's bike from The Walking Dead. Like it has
Oh,
that kind
okay.
It looks like a normal motorcycle. Listen,
Yeah.
So I can understand. No, I can't understand. The bike looks silly. I mean, to be honest, it was just like when
looks big.
what is it like in Batman versus like what was it Justice League movie? What was the Batman movie where Superman was in it?
Oh, Beavis.
Yeah, Batman
Yeah,
vs.
Batman
Superman.
vs Superman. Like when he was driving around the fucking Jeep Renegade.
Oh,
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
you're a fucking billionaire. You're not gonna fucking drive a Jeep Renegade.
Yeah.
The bike that he's driving in this shit is not a billionaire bike.
No, yeah, no.
So I mean, it looks like somebody's weekend hobby chopper.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
So that would explain why, to me, why he's not like balls deep in his like Cape adventures. If this is his second year into it, maybe
Yeah.
a second iteration of the bike, maybe the first iteration of the bike, and I'm okay with it. I'm not super hyped. I'm not shitting on it yet. I'm doing the wait and see. Like, we have no idea how this is gonna play out.
See, I
like
need
the
to-
bike could be destroyed in the film.
Yeah, I
No
need
idea.
I need to see Patterson like full costume.
Yeah.
And to get a good idea of like how this is gonna be, but
I need to see him in costume portraying the character, like saying something as both Bruce Wayne and as Batman.
Swear to me.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a pretty good thing. So
Um,
we'll see. I mean, there's been a lot of talk about this. There's been a lot of debate about this Batsuit. I think maybe a lot of it is just hate about Pattinson as the Batman still, and the other ones are people like, well, this just looks like really good cosplay. So we shall see.
yeah, it looks very steampunkish to be honest.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that.
It looks
now,
very steampunkish.
now you mention it. I
Like
can
he's just
see
trying
it.
to. I mean, hopefully in the movie it's like an early on thing where he's like literally trying to figure out like how shit works.
yeah.
You know, and in that case, then the bike would actually
Hmm.
make sense.
That was the other Batman thing I was thinking about. Batman by Gaslight. That's what that kind of
Oh, yeah,
got
yeah,
that
yeah.
feeling from that too. from
The
that
Jack
costume.
the Ripper version of fucking
Yeah.
Batman. Interesting.
All right, let's move on to something that was near and dear to my heart that happened just this past week, and I think world productivity went down by probably fucking 300,000%. Chilled Cow for a number of hours last week got taken down by YouTube.
What the fuck?
Chilled Cow, if y'all didn't know, it's like if you look up lo-fi hip hop, which is like one of the, if you never heard of lo-fi hip hop and Chilled Cow, I'm sorry, you're probably a terrible person, and you probably don't study at all or do anything that's difficult.
Our sleep.
Yeah. So check out Chilled Cow on YouTube, and they basically have like a 24/7 like lo-fi hip hop channel, like just the background music or whatever. Frequently when I'm editing the podcast or setting up the podcast, we listened to lo-fi hip hop, but for some reason YouTube was just like, well, we're taking you down today,
Yeah.
and there was like worldwide fucking anger on YouTube because they did that, because they didn't really give a reason. They just said that they something about like their content wasn't appropriate, or I forget like the actual reason, but it didn't make any sense. And they took them down for like, I think like probably 4 or 5 hours. And I'm glad they're back now, but it was just like I was like missing the girl doing her homework.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
checking on her cat.
Yeah, listening to
Yeah.
some lo-fi stuff.
So congrats to Chilled Cow for getting your channel back up, and thank you for keeping our podcast going, and many other people from, working and just doing normal day-to-day shit.
There's a lot of people studying. I know people that like, because it's like, is it live or it's like just 5-hour block?
No, it's live.
No, it's
Yeah,
a
so
continuous stream.
And at any time, it's like, it's tens of thousands of people that have listened to it. At all
yeah, I
times.
see the comment sections live, and I'm just like, what the hell? This thing's live?
Yeah.
But it's just weird to me that like the guy who had the channel, he posted the email that YouTube sent him, and I was like, wait, what? How's this violate? Like, what the hell?
Well, this article I'm reading said it's not the first time this has happened to him.
Oh,
He's been taken down before.
God dang.
He was taken down between July and October 2017.
Whoa.
It doesn't say if it was that whole entire time period, but it happened then.
Could it happen twice in that period?
Yeah.
That's all bad.
But he said it was taken down because of copyright, which is weird because it's like his own fucking music.
Wow.
Well, I don't think it's all his, but he has rights to all of it.
Yeah.
Because he also sells it
Oh, right
on his website. So yeah.
That's still pretty crazy. Like, YouTube be on some crazy shit sometimes.
Yeah, it's just they need unfortunately YouTube, Google, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much all social media. They need some sort of government guidelines.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's shown more and more today. Like if you think I'm wrong, then just look at like how Russia influenced our elections, and just like how you can basically pay for any ad to go on Facebook right now.
Pretty much.
And it's totally fine because they have literally zero guidelines on what to do from the federal government, or from any government for that matter. And I think at this point there needs to be some sort of social media guidelines that come down from the government, like what you can and cannot do.
So right now on Chill Cows, on their live feed, they have over 30,000 people
Yeah.
listening live.
There's probably a lot of those are students or people working late. And a lot of people.
The stream's been going on for 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good channel.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
I knew people that they're literally studying at my house like a couple days ago, and they just put this on, and they're like, "Yeah, I was down, but it's back up now." They're just like, "Oh, like nothing happened." I'm like, "Dude, if this is shut down indefinitely, a lot of people be stuck."
I mean, there's other ones out there, but that's
Yeah,
the
it's
main
like
one.
top
Yeah.
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like most views. All right.
Like I tried to go on Amazon and try to find like lo-fi music, and there's not many on there. There's probably like 2, but they're not continuous. They're like 7-minute segments, and that's it.
Oh yeah, that's not good enough.
Yeah.
That's all bad.
Are you gonna talk about clapping cheeks now?
What do you?
What are you
Who's
talking
cle-
about?
Steven Spielberg's daughter.
Oh man.
Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Him,
Yeah.
that dude.
Yeah, Spielberg's adopted daughter. She looks like she's a mixed race, but she decided that she wants to be a cam girl. Now everyone labels her a porn star or whatnot, but I guess she's not gonna do with
Adult.
guy girl stuff or girl stuff. It's gonna be her on cam with her toys and whatnot.
I mean, it's still porn.
Yeah, I mean, but still, just no one. I mean, yeah, people are gonna have access. Oh, there's pictures there.
Oh.
Damn. So it's just like Spielberg. He didn't say anything for like 2 or 3 days, but he's
embarrassed.
voiced it. He's definitely. I mean, dude, this is Steven Spielberg. Like, you have access to pretty much anything in the world. Thanks
like-
to his influence.
That's like Lauren Fishburne's daughter. She's in porn too.
She isn't, but she's doing full on. She's getting fully railed.
Yeah.
Full on railed. I mean, granted, she may be Spielberg's daughter, may be a cam girl, but it's like, dude, you're definitely in the higher echelon of society due to your dad's work. And yes, you have the opportunity to do whatever you want, but I still think this is still kind of awkward. I mean, I don't really feel bad for Spielberg, but it's just like, does this girl really know what she's doing, or she's just trying to find? Is she getting back at him or something?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I
Or
think it's funny
she-
how like the New York Post said Michaela Spielberg, Steven Spielberg's daughter, comes out as a porn star. It's like, you don't come out as a porn star.
Yeah.
Is that really a thing?
I have no idea. I think you just started to do porn. I mean,
It's that millennial shit now.
Holy shit, he had hella fucking kids.
yeah, he has a few kids. He has 7 or 8.
Damn,
I
he's got
think.
hella fucking grandkids
Yeah,
too.
he's got a bunch of kids, but still, I think this is one of the younger ones, because she's not. She,
It's only 23.
yeah. Oh, she's 23. Okay.
Should be 24 in 2 days.
She was born when I was a fucking junior, when I was a sophomore
Oh,
in high school.
good lord.
Goddamn.
But still, man.
Should have been a junior, but I was a sophomore.
I mean, we have like Spielberg, like ramping up because he remade West Side Story, which is supposed to be out I think later this year, and then he's gonna start filming he's executive producing the new Indiana Jones, but he's not directing. I guess he's gave the reins to the guy who directed Logan. I forget his name at this time, but he's gonna direct Indiana Jones 5. But like all in between this, Spielberg's like daughters out there about to showing her hoo-ha for what on OnlyFans or whatnot or Cam Soda, wherever she's on. It's just craziness.
Yeah.
What y'all think?
I don't. I guess each their own, but like she can't be doing it for the money because she kind of comes from money unless he was
Well-
like, well, you're not my daughter, so
Well, also, if you're a parent and you are wealthy, you shouldn't just give your kids money.
yeah,
I think that's probably the worst thing you can do to them.
yeah. I
They should be
agree.
able to work for like their own thing, but probably not so much that to be in porn. I mean, there's nothing wrong with porn. I mean, honest with you. I mean, I fucking love porn.
Yeah.
I
but-
second that notion.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like I really wonder. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm not even gonna say that. If she wants to do porn, let her do porn.
Yeah. I mean, she is an adult.
Yeah.
However, it's just you would think someone with Steven Spielberg as your dad, you would figure you'd be in film, not this kind of film.
No, I mean, why would you even? I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of mainly because there's a lot of actors from back in the day where their kids went into film,
Yeah,
like Freddie Prinze Jr., like what's her name? Her dad just passed away.
I understand that, but I find it least me as a parent, because I'm fairly successful in the technology world, and I don't want my kids to do it. Like, if my kids decide to do it, yeah, I mean, sure, but I'm not going to push my kids to do it. You know, like I told my oldest daughter all the time, I'm just like, listen, I want you to find your own path. Don't follow my path. You know, because if you follow my path and you fuck up, you're going to blame it on me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And she might try to kill you in your sleep.
Yeah, just find your own path and go, because you'll be much happier. You know, because if you're on my path and you're not happy, you're not gonna like it. You're gonna start blaming shit. Just find your own shit.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, there's a lot of people in Hollywood where there's generations in Hollywood where their forefathers were in Hollywood. Like Laura Dern's one of them, you know.
Well, there's
Like-
what's her name? God, not Jennifer Lopez.
It's Jennifer Lopez, and she loves taco flavored kisses.
Oh my goodness.
Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah, heard
Yeah.
that.
Her dad's in Hollywood. You got goddamn Drew Barrymore. Her fucking goddamn family's in Hollywood.
That's true too.
So
I mean, there's Freddie Prinze. His dad was super popular back in the day,
Yeah.
and he followed through.
fucking disappeared.
Yeah. Well, no, Freddie Prinze Jr. is still. He's still doing stuff. He's not most famous, but he's just as famous being Kanan Jarrus in the Star Wars Rebels series. So, I mean, but there's still like a lot of instances where the children follow the parents in their career path.
Yeah.
And it's usually because they can introduce them to the right people, the right agents, the right companies, or people just recognize the name that, hey, you're so-and-so's kid. Guess what? We got a job for you. Woo, woo, woo.
Oh, another good example is Lenny Kravitz's daughter.
Oh, true. Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, because she's got her own fucking TV series now.
Well, she's Catwoman.
Man, yeah, and she's Catwoman.
I mean, she's in a lot of shit. So there's that. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting. Good luck with that.
Good luck clapping them cheeks.
Your own cheats using your bad dragon. Star Trek Picard. Last week's episode is it? I think the 5th or 6th episode.
Still so good.
Yeah, so
good.
pretty interesting.
It's just nostalgia pie for me,
Yeah,
even though it's new. But still, seeing 7 of 9 come back, I was just like,
Still
damn,
bad
She's still
as hell.
bad. Yeah, god damn, she's bad. Yeah.
she's
And
wrecking
also,
through shit.
so was the goddamn Daji.
Oh, Daj, the,
yeah,
the android.
the android man.
She cute,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
she ain't super bad though.
I like her. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she cute. She cute. But I mean, it's just interesting because like in the very beginning of the most recent episode, as of this recording, they killed off a character that's been around, not as much as the other characters, but he's been in like a few of the series, and I was kind of shocked because I didn't know who it was at first. And when they say who it was, I was like, holy shit, that's fucked up. They just offed this dude in the first like 5 minutes of the show. So it's pretty interesting. It's what sets up 7 of 9 going on a rampage. So I was like, wow, this is definitely pretty interesting.
Oh, okay, the former poor guy.
Yeah,
Isn't-
he gets ended.
7 of 9, isn't she part Borg?
Yeah, she's still part board.
So how is she? Because I guess she's more human than android.
Well,
but-
she still has implants.
Yeah,
That's-
and some of her implants cannot be removed or she dies.
Oh, okay.
So-
Because I was gonna say, like, aren't artificial intelligence like banned in this now universe?
Well, they're banned very recently.
cyborgs are banned.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
or androids are banned.
Androids
Yeah.
are
So she's on a totally different path or whatnot. So she ends up crossing with Picard, and she ends up saving his crew's life for a second, but then they end up saving her life, and they do this little heist together. It was pretty interesting.
The Ocean
but-
11.
kind of.
You son of a bitch! I'm in.
Yeah, it's pretty much that, but in space. So it's pretty interesting to see what's going to happen. Tomorrow will be a new episode, so we shall see what's going on. I don't want to give away too much.
Yeah,
but-
I'm looking forward to it. I like that K-Max on board watching it because she was not a Star Trek fan. And I was like, well, I'm watching Picard. So I mean, well, actually, I got her into. Did she watch Star Trek Discovery with me? I think.
Oh
she
yeah,
did.
I thought you talked about her.
Yeah,
being into
yeah,
it.
she did. Because after that one, she was like, all right, I'm in.
Yeah,
So now-
and this kind of has that feel a bit like newish Star Trek, but with the legacy characters, I guess.
yeah, well, it has the same high production value.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Gives
but,
it that feel.
But for her, it's just like when we're watching like Star Trek Discovery, when they mention characters, there's very few, if any, characters from like previous Star Trek shows in Discovery.
Oh yeah, very few.
Yeah,
The
but
only
in-
one that they bring in was Captain Pike, and then
Yeah.
they bring in Number One, which had in the original Star Trek, Number One had a very, very, very small role, and she was female as well. But in this one, they brought in Rebecca Romaine to be Number One.
Yeah,
so
but
I was
that's-
like, what the fuck?
but they're not the same people.
Oh yeah, I
And-
know.
In Picard, they're bringing back the same motherfucking people.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just like, bruh, like this is like my child. This is like me as like a young man. Not a young man. I was a fucking teenager. I was watching this shit as a teenager, and like not even a teenager. I think it came out when I was like
It came out
maybe 11.
I think the first episode came out in '88, and then it ended in '94
Yes.
for Next Generation.
So I was like 9
Yeah.
when it first came out, and that's
Were you
like
7 or 9? No.
7 of 9. Yeah.
Damn.
No, I was like 9 years old when it first came out, and it was just like I love that shit, you know.
A lot of crazy shit happens on this show so far, and
Well-
I'm just like, it's funny because I keep thinking that the main Romulan guy looks like Theon, so I keep calling him Romulan Theon because he looks like him. I'm like, god dang, sounds like him too almost.
Well, what's crazy to me is like I hope that this kind of revitalizes Star Trek as a whole. So, you know, when Star Trek: The Next Generation came out, I was just like, oh my god, this is incredible. I want to go back and watch like all the old shit. And then I was on board for all the movies, even the old movies. And so that to me that's what brought me into the whole universe. So I hope that like this is like a renaissance time for Star Trek in general. That people are gonna go back and watch like the old movies and even the newer movies. They're pretty good. You know?
Most of them.
Yeah, but definitely watch the old movies too. I mean, even fucking Nemesis, fucking
Does
You
Disney?
see Tom-
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff from Nemesis that permeates into the current Picard.
Yeah.
So It's definitely worth a watch.
Is CBS owned by Disney? Oh no, it's Viacom.
No, it's Paramount, I think. Yeah, Viacom owns Paramount and CBS.
Yeah.
So, totally different stuff. What else do y'all want to talk about?
There is a new game for Samurai Jack.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
coming out.
yeah, I forgot about
I
that.
was like, dude.
When I first saw it, I thought they were
yeah.
bringing back the series, but then I
Yeah.
saw it was a fucking game. I'm like, double down, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I want the series too, but I was like, it'd be cool to fucking play Samurai Jack.
Yeah. I think this is probably the first game for them. Let me check it
I
out.
think there was another one. But
Yeah, there was one like way back,
Yeah.
like a while ago. So who's making this current Samurai Jack game?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But I mean, it looked pretty. I mean, it was just like basically like a tech demo, but it looked pretty fun. And I love Samurai Jack.
There you
They
go.
should do the same thing for the fucking Powerpuff Girls. I'm just saying.
Oh, a video game with the Powerpuff Girls would be interesting.
Classic Powerpuff Girls, not that new.
Not the
wave.
new one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because the new one they have the older sister, the teenage sister.
I kind of like that they did that.
I haven't seen that one, but I guess she was stuck in some kind of realm or some shit.
Well, she's like hella
Yeah.
OP and she couldn't control her powers and she was fucking shit up.
Yeah. Remember the Rowdy Rough Boys?
Yeah,
so
that was awesome.
We actually watched these shows.
Yeah.
Like,
Rowdy Rough Boys were pretty awesome because that was a two-parter because the girls didn't know how to beat them.
Yeah.
And it was hella funny. The way that they had to defeat them is they had to like basically give them quote-unquote cooties. So they had to like kiss them. The one thing the boys did not want. And once they got kissed, they like self-destructed. It was fucking hilarious.
Oh, there was a PS2 Samurai Jack, the Shadow of
okay,
Fu
there you go.
that came out. But yeah,
This ought to be interesting.
yeah, this dropped at least the trailer for it dropped today, which is kind of fucking cool. Even though somebody had posted on YouTube 2 days ago.
Oh, there you go.
So I see this on the list, but I'm not sure if this is true. It's the dwarf bully scam.
Oh yeah, not
yeah,
sure.
I'm not sure who added this on there either. Maybe it's Prodigy.
He'll have to break it down another day because I'm not. I saw that people were trying to say it was a scam,
Yeah.
but I am definitely not 100% that it was a scam. Like I think that people are confusing like somebody that looked like him or maybe him dressing in a different way.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm not gonna touch that shit.
Yeah, we can save it for another time as
Yeah.
more information comes out. But y'all see, so I guess there were some big wigs that have left really big companies. So the first one is Bob Iger leaves Disney. He's CEO and president of Disney, and I guess he stepped down. But everyone had all these theories and whatnot, and I'm sitting there like, wait, hold on. Bob Iger told everyone like a year and a half ago that he was going to leave Disney anyway. And he said he was going to wait until after the acquisition of 20th Century Fox became final.
He wanted that
and
fucking
then
money.
he was going to, I mean, he gets a bonus or whatever. And then he was going to leave. So I guess he left. They're saying that he left abruptly. And there's someone who was already appointed as CEO and president. I'm like, okay. But why has everyone got all these weird theories like why he left? I'm like, he said he was going to leave. So it's nothing, nothing
he's an
special.
older guy. Like
He is.
What I find incredibly strange with people is that they don't understand that at a certain point in time, you're done with what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like once you get older, eventually you just want to stop. Like, especially at that level, like going to corporate meetings, all this fucking bullshit, and you're already fucking wealthy. Like, why even fucking do it?
Yeah.
Like seriously, like if I had fucking $500 million, $1 billion, like I don't want to work anymore. Like for anything. Like at that point, your money makes money. So like, why even do anything? Like for somebody else, like to be beholden to a, what do they call it? Not a council, but it's like the
board.
The board. Yeah. Fuck the board. Just be rich. Be wealthy. Enjoy the rest of your life.
They're like fucking Bill Gates. Out
Yeah.
there changing the fucking world and shit and still being happy.
Yeah, Bill Gates, man. This is my biggest argument with people that say like billionaires are the problem. Like, look at Bill Gates. Look at Bill Gates. Even though he's an asshole at times, he is.
And
he
fucking knows it.
To be fair, he was back in the day, and he knows it, and he doesn't make any apologies about it.
No, it really doesn't. But he's also trying to make the world a better place in more significant ways than most countries, to be honest. He's doing things to like really change the world, and I think if he gave most people on the planet, his same wealth, they wouldn't do a tenth of what he's doing right now around the world. You know, and what's incredible to me is that he's doing things for people that don't look like him, that don't speak the same language, and he's just trying to make the world a better place. And I think that he deserves way more credit than he gets. I think that people misunderstand him because he's a fucking nerd. You know, and he had a few interviews with what was it, like the federal government when he was going through the anti-monopoly thing. You know, he was kind of a dick, but he's helping a lot of people. So.
But he's still a billionaire. He makes billions per year.
He is.
But I get it.
But he also gives way more to charity.
He does. I mean,
Yeah.
he has more money than a lot of people will ever see in their entire life.
Than probably 99% of the people on the planet.
Yeah, so I get it. But still, doesn't mean you can't be kind of nice, I guess.
Well, I mean,
I guess he can afford to be an asshole.
Well, no, I mean, he's nicer now. He was definitely an asshole back in the day. Not as much as Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's still kind of an asshole. But now he talks about it. Like, go watch fucking Inside Bill's Brain. I think it's what it's called. It's on Netflix. Fantastic show.
Yeah.
You'll understand what I'm talking about.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah, you watch them all?
Yeah, I watched them
It's
all.
only like I think it's like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't take long to watch, but to see what he's doing and not appreciate that a person like that even exists, and understands his faults as a human being. He tries to fix them while trying to fix anyway, the human race in general. To me, that's great.
Like, I know in his documentary, my favorite thing that he talks about is something that you don't even think about, because we have like running water and toilets and stuff like that, indoor plumbing. How he's worked with companies to make a waterless toilet that basically, you know, because there's places out there where like people just take fucking shits and piss in creeks and stuff like that, and the water goes down, it's all contaminated.
Not even creeks. They shit in a bucket in their house, and they take the bucket to the fucking river.
Yeah. But like people down the river are fucking like drinking that same goddamn water and stuff like that. So he's coming up with solutions for people to have fucking toilets that basically either it disintegrates your fucking shit and stuff, or it like somehow compacts it, and you can use that as like some kind of fertilizer or some shit like that.
Well, yeah, and then he basically made this. He didn't make it.
Or
he commissioned.
Yeah.
A power plant that runs off piss and shit.
Yes, that's what it was.
And it's self-sustaining, and the only thing that it gives off, like the only waste that it has, is clean water.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck does that? Like
that's some Star Trek shit.
Yeah. And he was so sure this product was gonna work that they literally, like, for the prototype, when they actually did the product and the water came out, he just fucking drank it.
Yeah.
And a fucking billionaire drank shit and piss water because he was so confident that it was gonna work, and he's fine.
Yeah. So, some craziness. So, Blue, gotta give you some props once again.
What I do now?
I think you were the only one watching this particular show. Harley Quinn.
Yes.
So I'm like halfway
no, actually,
through.
I can't take credit. Fucking Elmore, or not Elmore. What's that guy's name? Stitch, I think his name is. He's the one that got me onto Harley Quinn.
But I've been watching this.
Yeah, Stitch was the one that got me into it.
So yeah, it was.
But I've been backing it since.
It's some craziness. Like, I watched like the first half or whatnot, and it was just
fucking
insanity. Like, I get like what you were talking about. Like, they kept dropping like F-bombs just for the sake of, I guess, edginess or whatnot. But then, like, within the first few minutes, there's a part where Joker and Harley Quinn have like a quick misunderstanding where Joker thinks that Harley Quinn would be interested in being pissed on.
Yeah.
So he's like, he literally stops shooting at like people that he's trying to kill. And he's like, wait, are you like, he basically hints like, you're down to try this? She's like, can we talk about this later? He's all, I mean, I'm open. He's like, I'm open to this if you are, type shit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Shit was just fucking crazy.
Dude, it's so fucking dank and crazy and funny, and like, they just, what you think about characters, like, because her crew is made of Clayface, Poison Ivy, King Shark,
and who's the old dude with the fucking bionic arm? I don't even know.
He's the landlord.
I know that, but
I don't know where the fuck he's
I
from.
have no idea who the fuck
But
he's
he used to
from.
be a covert fucking assassin with fucking kill people and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So,
he's kind of a perv a little bit of a perv.
where are you talking about the? Wait, are you talking about the guy in a wheelchair or the?
Yeah, the guy in the wheelchair.
short guy.
Oh, the short guy is Dr. Psycho.
Yeah, Dr. Psycho.
So
that guy's fucking funny.
That shit was hella funny because
but-
he calls Wonder Woman a cunt.
Yes, and the
But-
fucking
but yeah,
the
but
planet
what-
stops.
But yeah, the whole world stops. But yet, when he says it, it's on live TV.
Yeah.
And then like they censor what he says, and so everyone freaks out, even Wonder Woman. And I guess she fucks him up because they don't show it. But then every time he says it again, even on the show, it's like edited out. And I was like, what the hell?
That.
Every time he says it, it's edited out.
Well, I know
when
he-
he's
he
not
get-
on TV.
He gets kicked out of the Justice League, or not Justice League,
The Legion of Doom.
because of that fucking shit.
Yeah, because like he's publicly kicked out. Like
Yeah.
Lex Luthor goes on TV and says, "Yeah, we don't condone this."
Yeah.
Like he's forever like banned, or not forever banned, but he's kicked out for now and whatnot. But he ends up getting his way back in through Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And it was just crazy. And then like Poison Ivy in her relationship with
Kite Man.
Kite Man, which Kite, not because I've been watching Hunters. It's not that other word that is really, really offensive. It's
Oh.
Kite Man, where he wears a flying kite on his fucking back, which is fucking crazy. But it's just like Ivy can't stand this guy, but yet she's fucking him.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to be seen in public with him, but she still goes out with him.
She's
And
taking
then
that
like
D.
she has to deal with her calling herself his girlfriend. And like the dude is super dense. Like he's super dude bro, which is funny to me, but
He reminds me of the Flash in the Justice League series. Like he's like
wait, the live action?
no from the animated from
Oh, okay.
from Justice League Unlimited. Or
Okay, yeah.
that series. 'Cause
Yeah,
the Flash
'cause
is that way.
he's
like,
kinda
super
dense,
flirty
too.
and
Yeah,
stuff like
okay.
that. Yeah.
I feel that. Yeah, that is definitely true. He's definitely super dense and like a little dude bro-ish, but like Poison Ivy admits that she's not really into that kind of like type of guy, but she can't stop herself or
Yeah.
whatever. So she ends up dating him.
totally
It's
fucking into
hella
him.
funny.
Have you watched a recent episode?
No.
Oh my God.
So I'm like halfway through, and I'm like, dude, this just kept getting crazier and crazier. Like when they went inside Harley's mind because she was freaking out.
Yeah.
And they try to rescue her, and you find out some truth about her, and then like when she's like trying to like separate herself, she's basically trying to get into the Legion of Doom,
Yes.
and she's doing everything she
Trying to
can.
prove herself to be a
A
villain,
true
not a
villain.
sidekick. Yeah. But I
But
don't.
then when Robin shows up, this
That shit's fucking funny, too.
Damian Wayne Robin shows up, and he's talking mad shit.
Talk about, oh, this is my arch nemesis. And
Yeah, and she's like, no, I don't want some little kid. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want people thinking I'm gonna beat up this little kid.
Fuck,
But then
I'm a grown-ass
he
woman.
kept fucking with her, and she's like, I'm about to fucking kill this kid.
Yeah.
Because Damien's a fucking ass. But he's more of a fucking annoying little bastard
Yeah.
in the show, which is fucking hilarious still. And then, like, Superman shows up for a second, and he's just like...
Like
he
he just come crashing through the wall.
Yeah, he just doesn't care. And he's just like, well, I'm here to save Lois. Because he's basically there because of Lois. And Lois doesn't take Harley seriously either. And, like, when Robin shows up, he's like, oh, you got this, right? I'm just going to go. And me and Lois are going to have, like, sushi date later. So I'm out. I was just like, what the hell? And it just makes Harley even more mad because no one takes her seriously.
Have you got to the scene with Commissioner Gordon?
Oh,
and
where
Batman
he's like has a relationship with Clayface's hand. It's not what you think.
Yeah.
It's not what
Yeah.
you think, but it's still pretty fucking funny because the hand turns into a little kid. That shit was hilarious.
But just the fact that Commissioner Gordon's like, oh, you know, I thought we were friends, and I want to talk to you about my marital situation.
he talks
Batman's
about.
like,
He
"Well,
completely
I can't talk
talks
this."
about his relationship. He talks about everything that him and Barbara are going through because he says he tries to do things like sexually that Barbara wants to do, but he's like he does it just for the sake of the marriage, and she's still mad at him.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck is going on here? Why is Jim such a fucking burnout? Like, what the hell?
He looks like a fucking like he's.
Oh
burnt
my
out.
god, it's fucking crazy. So yeah, I'm at the point where Harley is in the Legion of Doom,
Okay.
and her and Poison Ivy are having a fallout.
Yeah, so there's a time skip, and they don't go into what happened. Like all of a sudden, it's 6 months later, and it's like they don't explain what happened within that 6 months. Like they're in like she's part of the Legion of Doom. Then 6 months pass, and then like shit's just fucking different.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the part where that. I mean, at this point, like Poison Ivy says she's Kite Man's Kite Man's girlfriend, and he has like his roommate and stuff, and so that she's accepting that, and then like Harley's in the Legion, even though there's a little rift between them because Lex Luthor says some shit to Poison Ivy about it.
Yeah.
So I'm at that point. So I guess I haven't hit the skip.
Have you got to the part when one of the Sight's character gets released from the book?
Yes,
The medic chick?
she's a Queen Fairy Tale. Or
Yeah,
some shit?
but that fucking scene in
Oh
the
my
park, god damn.
So I mean, that part in the show is super graphic because there's body parts everywhere, blood and guts, like fucking people getting ripped up. Like one person tries to escape and she like tears him in half.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening?
It's
and she doesn't
fucking
give a
great.
fuck. She's just like, oh, this is great. I'm having so much fun. I'm like,
like-
oh my god.
Like, I know I said on a podcast, but when Queen Fairy Tale gets out of the book, she's like, who leg or something I gotta fuck to get some dick or something like that.
Yeah,
like, that's literally what comes out of her mouth.
whose dick I gotta suck or some shit like
yeah,
that.
she
It
was
was just
so
like,
ready to fuck.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
It was
This
so
is
fucking
fucking
great.
crazy. There's a bunch of Easter eggs all over the place. There's so much. It's literally like half an hour,
Yeah.
but so much shit goes on in those half an hours. It's just.
What's the
fucking
name of the I can't think of the guy's name, but the guy who does the voice of Batman, he does a really good job as Batman.
I think he's okay. I
He's-
mean, because he still kind of makes
It's okay,
Batman.
Ninja, you're just okay.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that.
I think he's done the voice of Batman in other things too. I think he.
Yeah, but
Um,
Batman's a little like when Harley when she teleports into
Yeah,
the
she's
Batcave.
fucking- You fuck bats.
Yeah, it's just.
This where you fuck bats.
Yeah, it's all bad. And you see Harley's ass, which is even more fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's all kind of craziness in this fucking show. And I'm only halfway through. So it's just fucking madness.
The episode I just dropped this week is the series.
I thought it was done.
Series finales.
I thought it was done.
I
No?
think they might get picked up for another season, but
Oh, I'm pretty sure they said they're already working on season 2.
yeah, but like
Oh, yeah, because I think they casted for season 2 already.
yeah, so the Joker captured Batman, and he finds out who Batman is, and it's so fucking funny because like he finds out he's Bruce Wayne, and he's like, what the fuck, Bruce Wayne? Like, you're supposed to have electric cars this year, and like he basically talks to him like he's Elon Musk or something like that, saying like, hey
yeah.
man, we're supposed to have electric cars by now, and I already paid my $1,000 in. Like, man, what the fuck?
Yeah, they do make a lot of like pop culture references in the show, like shit that's like current event type shit, and it's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, it is.
Especially like Clayface is totally different because he's not like
A thespian?
Yeah, he's a thespian, but he's not like in the animated series where he's like really pissed off at the world and he wants to steal shit and try to fix his condition. In this one, he embraces it and he wants to improve his acting skills with each version of whoever he like impersonates.
Yeah, but
and he's always asking
horrible at it.
what yeah, he's always asking what's my motivation, what's their history like, and they're like, dude, we just need you to get us in. He's like, yeah, but I need to find out what makes this person tick. Like, I'm just like, dude, this dude's doing too much. It's like that one person that's always extra on your squad. That's Clayface. This show's fucking.
Leroy Jenkins.
Oh my god, that shit is just fucking crazy. There's just so much with the show. If you don't have DC Universe, borrow someone's account or find some kind of means to watch this show because it is definitely worth watching.
It's probably their number one show on their platform right now.
Actually, I mean, on DC Universe, I will say that Swamp Thing was really, really
Oh
fucking
yeah, I never
good.
watched Swamp Thing.
Even though it ended and it's on Blu-ray now, if you don't want to pay for it, at least not the DVD disc, find your way to DC Universe and watch it on there. It's actually worth watching.
I had a good segue when you're talking about Harley Quinn. They didn't talk about Swamp Thing for some reason, but whatever. I'm gonna segue it anyway.
Oh.
Speaking of Harley Quinn, this week a very important comic book came out that's worth a shitload of money already.
Already?
Yes, like it's worth like $50 fucking.
Oh, is this the one where Joker has a new girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
So it is Year of the Villain Hell Arisen number 3 that dropped today. Came out and it really supposedly they had like a panel of Joker's girlfriend. Her name is Punchline. In a previous comic, which I have as well. It's in Batman like 89 or something like that. But I'm like super behind on DC Comics, but I still get them. And I picked up today this comic, and my comic book guy, he was like, "Yeah, this is already like worth a bunch of money." Like there's literally a line when he came into the store this morning.
Oh shit!
To like get the comic.
Like today?
Like, yeah, today.
Holy shit!
And he was like, "Whoa!" So, yeah, if you're probably not gonna find the number one first edition like today or ever, but it's going for like $50 on eBay right now.
Damn. It makes sense. I mean, it introduces a new character that's going to be basically Joker's new right-hand person.
Yeah, well, I mean, a similar thing happened with Batman Beyond when they first introduced Batwoman, the new Batwoman.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, instantly, the comic book was worth, like, a bunch of money. I'm just like, I have it, I guess. Like, well, this is the crazy thing with me. I'm, like, so far behind on, like, comics, especially DC Comics. I'm, like, super far behind. I kept most of my subscriptions current, but I haven't read hardly any of them.
Oh, shit. Yeah, there's a lot.
I'm going to catch up, but apparently I'm just, like, bankrolling fucking money
Yeah,
in the background here.
You know, apparently DC is going to reboot again with Wonder Woman, with one of the new Wonder Woman comics coming out in the next month and a half or some shit like that.
Well, and they're also, DC might get bought by Marvel.
I heard that's a rumor, so...
Well, it's a semi-rumor. So the problem is that DC is owned by AT&T.
Which is weird to me.
Yeah, that's very weird to me. And AT&T, apparently, if their 5G rollout doesn't go well, they're going to have to, like, get rid of DC.
Which is still sounds like funky rumor.
Well, no, it's fine to me. Honestly, if DC and Marvel were owned by the same company, we'd have fucking awesome crossovers.
There's just more money in Disney's fucking pocket.
Yeah, and it'd be awesome because right now we have the MCU and the DC, DCU? DCU? There's a DCEU too in there?
Yeah, there's a DCEU, DCU. So DCU used to be the animated universe, and now it's their streaming service. And then the DCEU is their live action universe. There you go.
Okay, well, either way. It's like this would be perfect timing for like the first rollout, some like really good crossover. We haven't had crossovers with like DC and Marvel since like the 90s.
Yeah.
And so to like bring it up again now, when like Marvel and DC have like a fucking chokehold, especially Marvel right now, to be honest, has a chokehold on pop culture. If they cross over right now, you could see potentially, if they did it right, you would see a movie that would make more than $3 billion, like easily.
You talking about worlds colliding stuff like DC versus Marvel live action?
Yeah.
Holy shit! That would just everyone's bank account would be just everyone in the world would probably see. Everyone in the U.S. would see this. Everyone in the U.K. would see this. Across the other world, probably China would be like, "What are these crazy Americans up to? Let's check it out." So it'll earn money there. It'll be ridiculous.
Yeah, it'd be insane. I think it's a great time. I mean, if they happen to do it, but I mean, they'd have to keep DC still under like their own umbrella, but still do like they need to do like crossovers.
Yeah, why didn't Time Warner just buy them outright?
I don't know.
Unless AT&T owns Time Warner, which very possible. They might. I have no idea. That's a lot of money right there. That's billions of dollars. But still, speaking of which, switching to some Star Wars news. Has anyone watching Clone Wars? Because Clone Wars, the final season, started last Friday.
I'd have to watch 6 previous seasons. I think I watched like 1 season of it.
Really? It's actually a pretty good show.
It's good.
So it starts out kind of like a little kid friendly with the movie, and then the series starts out that way, and then it goes from like kid friendly to teen to like kind of adultish as the series goes on. Well, and that's kind of why Disney canceled it, because they felt like it got too dark. A lot of people were dying. Let
me explain to you why I kind of fell off after the first season. So when the first season came out, like I had just watched the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars, and I was just like, this is a shit. And then I went to this, and I was just like, I mean, it was good,
but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same.
It's not the same.
Like when you see Mace Windu get down and fuck up an entire legion of
droids.
robots. Yeah, I was just like, dude. and then fuck up General Grievous, and then it crossed over into like the movie. I was like, dude, this is the shit.
But the series, the CGI series slows it down in the first season, and it focuses more on Ahsoka. So it's kind of like people did not like Ahsoka when she first dropped. They're like, who the hell is this? Why is she not mentioned in the films or whatnot? So it was a little weird, but it took some time, but it does ramp up a lot. And there's like some pretty interesting stuff that happens in the show. Like I said, it does get dark. Like some characters that they introduced that people like end up getting killed. The show introduces us to Saw Gerrera, a couple other characters that are really popular now, and then their final season to wrap up some of their story threads started last Friday. So now they're on the once-a-week release schedule now. So the first episode of the final season released the Bad Batch. So it's like a batch of clones that didn't really like come out correctly, but their skill sets are different, and they have like a different like coding system, I guess. So they're used for like they're like a clone Suicide Squad, I guess. That's the closest to describe it. So they work outside the normal regime, and they do the more dangerous missions. So I guess we're introduced to them. They have really cool fucking armor. It's very similar to, if you're a fan of the Star Wars game Republic Commando. It's kind of like that, even though the Commandos are in the series a little bit. So it gives you a more in-depth version of what they're like in this. So it's actually starting out pretty strong. We shall see.
Is it one episode a week?
Yeah, it's one episode a week. Last week was the first episode.
That shit. That's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, but Disney's into that kind of thing. So
because they're stupid. They have this old ass mentality, just the Netflix model. You already have them all. Release them all.
Yeah.
Stop being stupid.
So we shall see. And then also Lucasfilm announced a new.
I heard about this.
Like a new
prequel.
No, it's not a. Well,
it takes like 1,000 years in the future.
It takes place 200 years before the Phantom Menace, but it's like a storied event. So they're gonna be across multiple
platforms.
Multiple platforms except for live action. So we might see a game from this, even though the one, though. So there's gonna be full on like I just said again. There'll be little kids, young adult, and then adult books about these. And I guess they're going the old school formula where they're all kind of interconnecting. And there's gonna be an overall arcing storyline, but there's gonna be like little one-offs here and there. But they'll still be like one big main story, and they're each gonna be told in different kind of mediums. So it's called Star Wars: The High Republic, 200 years before the Phantom Menace. So they're getting a little bit of leeway because I guess they're trying to set up stuff that's live action that's before this stuff too. So apparently the Knights of the Republic is still a real thing. It's like they admitted to it, but not really. So, but yeah, this is a huge event. There's actually a trailer for this event that they're doing, so you can watch it on StarWars.com or on YouTube as well, where they made an announcement trailer. So we shall see if this works out. I haven't read a Star Wars book in a while. I was reading the old expanded universe stuff before the Vong series come out. So we'll just see what's going on with this. Yeah. I'm interested, so we'll see.
Cool.
Was that right?
Well, I know this has been on the list for a while, and I kind of want to touch on it because it's another one of those ridiculous things. But the Fast and the Furious trailer had dropped.
Oh yeah.
We didn't really get a chance to touch on that.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it, and it's fucking ridiculous.
I mean,
they literally have a fucking car swinging through the goddamn jungle, basically.
Oh yeah, by a hook, without it ripping off its front bumper.
Yeah, exactly. I think it gets wrapped around the front tire or something like that, and he's able to swing. But like, we have John Cena playing
Dom's little brother.
Couldn't even see him.
Yeah, couldn't even see him. I was like, who they keep running after?
That's why he's not in the other fucking films, because we never saw him.
Yeah, he's always been there. We just never saw him. But I think it's funny they got like another wrestler to kind of.
Well, and the Asian dude came back. What was his name?
Oh yeah, Han's
alive.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, they brought back Helen Mirren. I don't remember. She's in Hobbs and Shaw.
Well, what's name?
She's in like previous movies.
Michelle.
I don't remember. There's so many of these fucking movies, but she's in Hobbs and Shaw as well.
Yeah, Michelle Rodriguez's character died in one of them, and she came back. So
True.
it's not.
But that was in the same movie though.
No, she came back like
She came back in another movie.
3 movies later.
Han's been dead since fucking
Part
Han,
3?
Han's been dead for a while.
Since the
Yeah.
third one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She dies in part 4 and comes back in part
He's
like
been dead
6.
since Tokyo Drift.
Yeah.
That was a long fucking. That was in the dark days of Fast and Furious. Before they got good.
Yeah.
That's when Bow Wow was back in there.
Yeah, because it was Fast and Furious. That was a good movie.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
It was okay.
And then
Tokyo Drift was
you're like,
kinda
what is
garbage.
this? Yeah.
And
And it
then
was,
Part 4 kind of resets it a little bit.
yeah,
Because 4 was just
yeah.
it was just Tyrese and Paul Walker.
No, that was 2.
Yeah.
That was 2 Fast and Furious.
That was
Oh,
2.
yeah, okay, that
It was after Tokyo Drift was when they rebooted. It was called just Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
I think.
that's what they brought
That's
in.
when it started getting good.
That's when Michelle Rodriguez came back.
Yeah.
Because
No, that's when she died.
Oh yeah, that is where she died. But she comes back in part
I think
Part 6. Yeah. Part 5 was when The Rock is introduced, and then at the end of 5, Evan Mendez's character comes back and then shows that Letty, which is played by Michelle Rodriguez, is still alive.
Yeah.
And then part 6 is about her and how she has memory loss and all this shit.
Because she's working with Homeboy's crew, who ends
She's
up
working
being,
with Shaw.
It's my
Yeah.
my guilty pleasure is Fast and Furious.
True.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm serious.
I've seen every single one in the theater, including Hobbs and Shaw.
I wonder if they'll bring back what's her name? Roddy Piper, but
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey,
no.
yeah, because
No,
her
she
character,
died.
her character died, but she died, but she can come back.
Oh, true.
Did
Oh
she
well.
die? I thought she got knocked out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe she
I don't
died.
She got
remember.
KO'd.
Yeah, maybe she just got KO'd. Oh,
So
but
she did with Holly Holm.
Oh.
Oh shit! I'm a Ronda Rousey fan. I'm just saying. She
God dang.
got knocked the fuck out though.
But Stitch isn't here to defend her, so. They're
So
bringing
she's not
back.
Gonna, he's definitely not gonna defend her.
Well, what's her name was in Fast and Furious 2 is homegirl from Deadpool, the one. God, I can't give her name.
Who you talking
Gina
about?
Carano?
Yeah, she was in it.
Oh yeah,
'cause
she dies.
Oh yeah.
She dies.
She betrays them.
Yeah. But they're bringing back Jordana Brewster in this new one. So she was Brian's girlfriend or his baby mama. I don't know if they get married in the series, but she's back in this new one. She's in the trailer. So and then Charlize Theron is back.
For some reason,
Oh,
I was thinking of Punky Brewster, and I was like,
Oh
that's not her.
no, Soleil Moon Frye with her
kinda-
massive anime titties.
Well, not anymore.
Oh, is she getting reduced?
Yeah, I think she got a breast reduction like a while ago.
She still got big old titties though.
Well, speaking of that same thing, like breast reductions, there was a famous UFC fighter, and also going back to like Ronda Rousey. Her name was Kat Zingano,
Why is that
and-
name familiar?
because she was a famous MMA fighter.
Huh.
Kat Zingano, because she was like one of the she was like one of the few like female MMA fighters that has like a kid,
Oh, okay.
and she's fucking badass.
Right on.
And I guess she had breast implants.
Oh.
And there's like I didn't know this, but there's like you can get like this like breast implant like infection like syndrome thing that's hard to like.
Yeah, when they pop.
No, not even when they pop. It's just having them in your body.
Huh.
Like basically your
It's like
body
a
like
toxic shock.
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like
like it slowly rejects them.
I mean, it is a foreign object.
yeah, and so she got that, and so she had to take her implants out, and it was just like I was like, damn, that's fucked up, because just like she was a really good fighter, and to see her like go through all this shit and like not know what was wrong, and then like have to take her
Implants out.
implants out, I was like, damn, that's crazy. But I mean, apparently she's like a better fighter now.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, because if the implants stay in, you could potentially die. So they have
Yeah.
to remove them. So that makes sense. That's unfortunate she had to go through that, because apparently I heard that's like you're like deathly ill if you become sick with your implants or whatnot.
Yeah, she was saying she was all fucked up, and like she
Yeah.
just couldn't train like the way she used to train. So
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Well, good thing she made it, and it's a good thing that they were able to detect what was wrong
Yeah.
before she was like super hospitalized.
yeah, so shout out to Kat Zingano. You're a great fighter. So
Right on.
hopefully you make a good speedy recovery and come back to the UFC and kick some fucking ass.
All right, should we round it up?
yeah.
All right, so Blue, what you got populating, jerking off to? What's going on with you this weekend?
Oh man, so tomorrow I'm taking an exam for the course I took last week, and I've been studying for it. So hopefully I pass the first part of it, and then hopefully Sunday I can register to take the second test,
God dang.
which actually gives me my certification. So
Test on test?
yeah, test on test. But the you don't need to have like I think it was like 55% to pass the exam. So
Pretty fucking low.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
low. That
yeah, so-
sounds like a really tough test.
yeah, well the questions are like they're like DMV questions, and it's also in the Queen's language. So there's shit could be kind of tricky.
Queen, so it's English?
It's like, yeah, because it's a.
Or is it English?
Well, it's project managing, but in the UK, it's the UK version of it. So English.
So it's Spain behavior with an OU.
Yeah, and programs set with two M's and an E. It's kind of fucking weird. But yeah, I mean, I have coworkers who passed it, and they pretty much was like, yeah, all you have to do is just do the practice exam that they gave you.
Just gotta bend the knee.
But I'm doing that this week. I'm gonna help out. Hopefully, if I fucking remember. So make sure to text me. Help out Cronus install something in his house. I was thinking of maybe taking Riley to go see Sonic on Sunday. But it's just an idea. Throwing it out there. See.
I mean, you can if you want. I mean, just talk to ask K-Mac because I work on Sundays. So,
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, she'll probably want a break, but I mean, she does good in some movies. Some movies she's just like, I'm just gonna do whatever. So watch it for a little bit. She's like, all right, I'm out.
All right, we'll
Why don't you just be prepared?
All right.
So,
I'll just give her a little might on and knock her out.
So is that
she loves eating popcorn.
Okay.
That like keeps her in the seat for a while.
buy big popcorn?
Big ass popcorn.
So Cronus, what you got?
So we worked on the Infinity Base the past few weeks. And so we're done with texturing. So if y'all want to see what it looks like, this is what it looks like. So this is a wall.
For those of you who are live with
watching
us,
live, this is
or
what
watching on YouTube in the future.
The texture of the walls look like. So if y'all didn't know, if you look at like your walls in your house, you're like, oh, there's bumpy shit all over the place. Like it's called texturing. So this is like what we did ourselves to like texture the walls. Like all the texturing, I think me and K-Mac's dad did. Actually, you did a little bit of it.
I just kind of taped the seam stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, me and K-Mac's dad did all the texturing. So if you see how like there's like texture on the walls, it looks pretty cool. And that's like pretty much the whole room looks like, all textured. So we did like two different methods to get it all done, to like cover up all the tape where all the seams are and stuff, and like also where all the screws are to hold the drywall to the walls or to the actual structure. So it looks pretty good. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not a fucking drywall guy. None of us are construction workers. Nope. But as far as I'm concerned, it looks pretty good. We'll see what it looks like when the paint goes on. And it should go on starting maybe on Saturday.
Are you trying to paint this weekend?
Well, I at least want a primer.
Okay.
But I only have so much time because I'm going to Disney on Ice with my youngest daughter.
Well,
yeah.
Are you going to sand the walls or no? Did you already sand it?
We already sanded. I might go over it again like quickly, but it should be good to go for the most part. Because I use like the knockdown method, so I shouldn't have to sand that much.
Okay.
Because we sand it. When you sand, it's when you do like the joint work, right? And when you texture, you don't really do joint work. Like you go over it with like this trowel thing, and it's just like it makes it all flat.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a while, but yeah, just seeing.
But yeah, so we have some really cool ideas. Like I bought primer for everything, and then I got a super blue and a super red high gloss paint for like two like very small walls that are like the front of where the doors are, and the rest of like the whole thing, except for maybe the ceiling, will be black. So it's either gonna be chalk black or like black. So probably chalk black. I'm kind of leaning towards, so we can write on it and shit. So that'd be kind of cool. So if we had like somebody come in, they could just like write their name on the wall.
Sign that they were there.
Yeah. And then K-Mac is going to do our logo on one of the walls.
Oh shit!
So
that's gonna be fucking.
It's
crazy.
gonna be pretty dope. And also, once the Infinity Base opens, you're gonna see like a lot more content from this podcast.
Yeah. Ooh, it's gonna be like overflowing. It's like the dam is gonna break and just gonna be flooding y'all with dankness.
Because I hate doing this from the garage. I really do. Like every time we do it, I'm just like, you guys seeing like the shit in the background.
Got refrigerators.
Like, we're in a garage. Like in my garage. I don't like being here. So
it's all good. We're almost there.
Yeah.
The finish line is there. We just gotta cross it.
Well, finally.
So for me, we didn't talk about why Prodigy's not here, because he's running from Zuckerberg, because I guess he has some kind of strange Facebook warrant. And then Stitch isn't here because he's still being a father on the Mount Olympus. So he's got a storm with him, so he couldn't be here. So it's all good. But for me, I'm going to go to one of the new restaurants that just opened up at Santana Row on San Jose. Going there for a birthday for my cousin, and then
What's it called?
It's called Sauced. Even though there's one in Livermore.
There's one in Livermore.
Yeah, they opened up one in San Jose.
They're pretty good.
So I'm going there. I've been to the one in Sacramento, so it should be interesting. Just gonna be hanging out, playing some more games, and try to help out the base if things work out, depending on what's going on. But yeah, check us out online. You just experienced Black and Black times Infinity. Check us out with BTHANBTI. It's at BTHANBTI. We check out our official website, binheadproductions.com/BTHANBTI. We're on everywhere. You can listen to a podcast. Pretty much Play FM, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Radio Republic, Spotify, and then check us out on Amazon as well. And then we're on Twitch, Instagram, everywhere where you need dankness.
Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching. Appreciate it.
There you go. I'm thankful.
Be black, y'all.